Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to do a super quick mobility drill for any tightness in the hips. So if you spend a lot of time at your desk, this is a really quick 3-part mobility exercise. And the first thing you're going to do is just sit, right? And if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, you can put a blanket or a cushion underneath your bum. But these feet are going to go a little bit wider than your hips and around shoulder distance, I would say. Now, all I'm going to get you to do is place your hands alongside you, and then you're going to make sure your right knee heads towards the left ankle, and we're just going to rotate that body. Now, just use your hands to act as pillars and just keep you steady. We're going to come back to center and then go the other side. So the left knee is going to go towards the right heel. Come back up. And then just slow it down. Now, I'm going to remove my right hand when I'm going to the left side, and you can place that hand wherever. And the whole point is you might just want to just take that thumb and then place it into your hip flexors and just give it a little massage. None of this should be uncomfortable or painful. It might slightly be giving you the conscious awareness of what's happening in your hip. But that's a good thing, right? We're getting that awareness in our body. So come over to the other side and make sure you're just here just for a couple of seconds. Take that thumb into that hip flexor area. And eventually we're going to be able to move a little bit more fluidly. So the whole point of this one is pause if you need to. If you're feeling a little bit tightness, just allow that leg to just relax. That's the whole point of this, is letting your hip area, letting your leg just feel relaxed in this moment, because it holds on to a lot of tension. And then rotate the other way. If you feel like pausing again, pause. Now, if you can, I want you to hold this position. So this is your progression, but feel free to keep those hands on the floor or straddling those legs. Now we're going to hold this position, but I want you to take those arms up this time, and we're just going to rotate and move our body over to the left when we move over to the left. So come back to center. And then we are going to move over to the right. Now I have a tendency to scoot forward as I do this, so let me just scoot backwards a little bit. And then you might want to even tuck that heel in a little bit closer. So you're coming into more of a closed triangle, coming back in, and then rotating it around. Now eventually, this is your next sort of progression. When we rotate, we're going to take that left leg forward over the right knee, take it back behind us, then we're going to rotate over to the left, take that right knee, take it forward, rotate. So it's basically like we're flossing the hips. This is the whole point of moving, rotating, making sure you can get that leg into its full range. One more. And remember, you can repeat this at least once or twice a day. I would recommend once a day, because it's not very strenuous, especially if you're sedentary for most of the time. So this time we are going to lay down on our front, nice and easy. So onto our stomachs. I'm going to get you to TP up onto those fingertips like they are a little spider, both sides, so you're in a T position. Now lower down that head if you can. And what we're going to do is raise that right leg up and then rotate it over to the left hand. Now it doesn't matter, you don't need to go very far. You're going to lower down with that right leg. So raise the left leg and then bend at the knee, taking that left heel towards that right hand. So let's just do this a couple of times. Right ankle to left wrist, lower down. Left to right, lower down. Just a couple more. Again, we're opening up the hip. And look over to the opposite side that your knee is going. So if your foot is going to the right, look over to the left. And then opposite side. Beautiful. So We're going to come into some lunge rocks. In this position, now you might want a little cushion or a pillow for your knees depending upon where you are, but taking that left foot straight forward, right? Now all I want you to do is, again, we're flossing that right hip, but we're also working the left hip too. So I'm placing my hand not above my knee, just behind on my thigh, and then pushing my knee towards my toes. So in a sense, I'm extending and opening my right hip, but I'm also opening up the groin area. So come back up, and I'm just leaning down with my right hand. So I don't want to put that much pressure on it by putting both hands on it, especially if you're feeling tight in the legs area, if you're feeling tight in the hip area. You might want a block to lean on, or a stack of books with your right hand, just to give you that elevation. We don't want to round our backs here. We want to open up our chest. And this should be, again, nice. It should be good. Now, if you want another element of this, you're going to curl that back leg, lift up that leg, and then we're just going to rock forward and back. This is a really nice calf stretch as well. So you're just going to rock forward and back, forward and back. This is so good to start off if you're doing any lower body exercises at all. So if you wanted to open up the hips, that's a good thing. And then just swirl the hips around. So placing the knee back down, and then just rock to left to right. Just circle those hips around a couple of times. Don't forget to circle the other way, making room for this hip to move. This knee may even come open a little bit more. So just feel around that area. Remember, we're flossing that hip joint, right? Let's go to the other side. Knee is coming in first, and just scoot it forward a little bit because you want a really wider base with that heel and with that knee. And then if you fancy, you can leave your left hand on the floor, place your right hand above the thigh, and we're just going to push it forward. Now, as you notice, I'm really coming up on my tiptoes just because I feel like I've probably got a little bit more range in my left hip today. Now, each day is different, obviously. It depends on what's going on, how you're feeling. So just keep it going. You're doing awesome. Let me know how you get on with these as well, especially if you repeat them. Using this as your warm-up tool before any exercise is so key. Okay, beautiful. This time we're gonna open up that back leg. So we're gonna straighten that back leg and just rock forward and back, forward and back. Now I like keeping my hands quite further forward of my shoulders. And then if you want, you can circle here, or you can lower that back knee and circle, just with those hips. Circle as much as you can. If you're feeling a little bit tight in one area, that's okay. This is the whole point, and then circle the other way. Beautiful. We are done for today. That was it. It was such a quick 3-part mobility workout for those hips. So if you end up feeling a little bit looser in this area, try this for the next few days and see how you feel. Sending you guys loads of love. See you on the next one.